Hey, beautiful souls, you jolt awake at 3 a.m., heart pounding, sheets drenched in cold sweat. That voice in your head isn't whispering anymore, it's screaming. It's the voice of your dying potential, gasping for its last breath, begging you to stop murdering it with your pathetic excuses. Listen to me. Really listen. That suffocating feeling crushing your chest right now, that's not anxiety. That's the corpse of every dream you've strangled with procrastination. That's the ghost of every promise you've made to yourself, haunting you in the darkness. You're not just failing, you're actively choosing to be a coward. Every single day. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on earth, commanding legions, ruling empires, woke up before dawn and wrote in his journal, "You were born for greatness, yet you cower in bed like a slave to comfort. How dare you betray your own existence?" He didn't write these words for Instagram quotes. He wrote them with trembling hands, fighting the same demons that are devouring you right now. Here's what nobody tells you about that comfortable life you're clinging to. Comfort is a serial killer. It doesn't kill you quickly. Number. It's far more sadistic than that. It kills you so slowly that you don't even notice you're dying until you're already a walking corpse, shuffling through life, dead behind the eyes, wondering where your fire went. You want to know where your fire went? I'll tell you exactly where it went. It died the moment you hit snooze this morning. It died when you said, "I'll start Monday." It died when you chose Netflix over your dreams. It died when you picked up your phone instead of picking up the weight of responsibility. You're not just killing time, you're committing soul suicide, one comfortable choice at a time. Feel that rage building inside you. Good. Feel that disgust with your current self. Perfect. That's not weakness. That's your warrior spirit roaring back to life, desperate to break free from the prison of mediocrity you've built around yourself. The Stoics called this divine discontent, the sacred rage that transforms sheep into lions. 2,000 years ago, Epictetus, a slave with a broken leg, tortured daily, discovered something that would make modern motivational speakers weep. No man is free who is not master of himself. Think about that. A slave understood freedom better than you do. While you're enslaved by your phone, by your comfort, by your pathetic need for instant gratification, a man in chains achieved true liberation through discipline. Tonight, I'm not here to motivate you. Motivation is for amateurs. Motivation is a fair-weather friend that abandons you when things get hard. Tonight, I'm here to resurrect the warrior that's been buried alive inside you. I'm bringing you 10 savage Stoic principles that will either transform you into an unstoppable force or expose you as someone who was never meant for greatness. These principles aren't suggestions. They're commands from the ancients who built empires with their bare hands, who faced death with smiles, who turned suffering into strength. They didn't have therapy apps or life coaches. They had something far more powerful, unbreakable discipline forged in the flames of adversity. Here's what's about to happen. I'm going to tell you truths so brutal, so merciless, that your comfort-addicted mind will beg you to click away. It will manufacture excuses. It will whisper, "This is too intense," or "This guy is crazy." That voice? That's the voice of your weakness, fighting for its survival, because it knows I'm about to help you execute it. The person you are right now, that soft, excuse-making, comfort-seeking version of you, is about to die. And from those ashes, something magnificent will rise. But only if you have the courage to watch every second of what's coming. Only if you can handle the truth without running back to your digital pacifiers and comfortable lies. Some of you won't make it past the first principle. You'll retreat to your safe space, to your echo chamber of mediocrity, where everyone celebrates participation trophies and calls weakness self-care. But for those of you with warrior blood still flowing in your veins, for those who remember what it means to fight for your own soul, you're about to discover why the Stoics conquered the world while you can't even conquer your snooze button. This is your moment of reckoning. Right here, right now, you're standing at the edge of two futures. In one, you're the same person a year from now, just older, more bitter, more filled with regret. In the other, you're unrecognizable, a force of nature that doesn't ask permission to be great, that doesn't negotiate with weakness, that doesn't know the meaning of excuse. Before we unleash these principles, I need you to do something that terrifies your weak self. Commit. Smash that like button with the fury of someone declaring war on their own mediocrity. Subscribe and hit that bell like you're sounding the alarm for your own resurrection. Share this with someone drowning in their own excuses. And type these words in the comments, not as a cute interaction, but as a blood oath to yourself. Today, my weakness dies. What you're about to learn isn't self-help, it's self-warfare. These 10 principles will feel like violence against your comfort-seeking nature. They should, because sometimes, to save your life, you need to destroy who you've become. The clock is ticking, your potential is bleeding out, and only discipline can save you now. Are you ready to become who you were born to be? Or will you close this video and return to your slow, comfortable death? The choice is yours, but choose quickly. Your destiny is getting impatient. Now let's go. Number 1. Embrace the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. There are only two kinds of pain in this world: the pain of discipline, which weighs ounces, and the pain of regret, which weighs tons. Right now, you're choosing one. There's no escape from this choice. Even not choosing is a choice. It's choosing regret. Seneca, advisor to emperors, wrote, "Every new thing excites the mind, but a mind that seeks truth turns from the new and seeks the old truths." The old truth, pain, is inevitable, but suffering, that's optional. Picture this. It's 5 a.m. Your alarm screams. Your bed feels like heaven, warm and safe. Outside it's dark, cold, uninviting. This is the moment, this exact second. The pain of discipline says, get up, face the cold, earn your day. The future pain of regret whispers, how many more mornings will you waste? How many more versions of yourself will you murder with comfort? I'll tell you something nobody wants to admit. That successful person you admire, they're not special. They just chose their pain wisely. While you hit snooze, they chose the pain of that cold floor touching their feet. While you scrolled through social media, they chose the pain of focused work. While you made excuses, they chose the pain of accountability. The discipline pain lasts moments, minutes, maybe hours. But the regret pain, it haunts you for years. It shows up at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep. It stares back from old photos. It echoes in conversations about dreams you never chased. Here's the brutal beauty. The pain of discipline becomes addictive. It transforms into pride, into strength, into an unshakable foundation. But the pain of regret, it compounds into bitterness, into what-ifs, into a life half-lived. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, wars, betrayals, yet he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your pain isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. It's showing you exactly where you need to grow. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm rings, remember, you're not just choosing to wake up, you're choosing which pain will shape your life. Choose wisely, choose discipline, Number 2, your environment is your enemy or your ally. Stop lying to yourself. Your environment is either building you or breaking you. There's no neutral ground. Look around your room right now. What do you see? Is it a sanctuary of success or a graveyard of good intentions? Epictetus taught, "No one is free who is not master of himself." But here's what most people miss. You cannot master yourself in an environment designed for your destruction. That phone beside your bed, it's not innocent. Those snacks in your cupboard, they're not just food. That cluttered desk, it's not just messy. They're all silent saboteurs, programmed to hijack your discipline. Let me paint you a picture that might sting. You wake up, and the first thing you see is your phone. Instantly, you're drowning in other people's lives, other people's achievements, other people's noise. You haven't even touched your feet to the ground, and you've already surrendered your morning to digital chaos. Then you wonder why you feel behind before the day even starts. The Stoics understood something profound. Your environment shapes your thoughts shape your actions shape your character, and your character shapes your destiny. It's a chain reaction that starts with what surrounds you. Here's the brutal restructuring you need. Remove everything that enables weakness. That means the phone charges outside your bedroom. The junk food doesn't enter your house. The television remote gets buried in the closet. Sound extreme? Good. Mediocrity thrives on moderation. Excellence demands extremes. Replace these traps with triggers for triumph. Place your running shoes beside your bed. Keep water bottles everywhere. Put books where you used to scroll. Make your environment so supportive of your goals that failure requires more effort than success. I know someone who taped a picture of their children on their alarm clock with the words, "They deserve your best." Another person wrote "soft" on their pillow in permanent marker. Extreme, maybe. Effective, absolutely. Your environment is sending you thousands of subconscious messages every day. Make sure those messages are screaming, "Become legendary." Because if your space isn't pushing you toward greatness, it's pulling you toward average. And average is where dreams suffocate slowly. Number 3, the 5-second rule of ancient warriors. When Marcus Aurelius led Rome's armies against Germanic tribes, freezing in the wilderness, he discovered something that modern psychology is just catching up to. You have exactly 5 seconds between an impulse and action before your mind kills your courage. 5 seconds. That's all. The Stoics called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. But here's the twist. The greatest evil isn't external danger. It's the internal hesitation that murders your potential. Every second you hesitate, your brain starts crafting excuses, building walls, creating elaborate escape routes from discomfort. Feel this truth in your bones. When your alarm rings, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move. When you see the gym bag, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, grab it. When the difficult conversation needs to happen, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, speak. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." You know what you're truly craving. It's not more time, more money, more opportunities. It's the courage to act in those 5 seconds before fear paralyzes you. Here's what happens in your brain. Second 1, inspiration hits. Second 2, possibility flashes. Second 3, doubt creeps in. Second 4, excuses form. Second 5, fear wins. After 5 seconds, you're done. The moment is assassinated. Another gravestone in the cemetery of what could have been. Think about every regret haunting you. Trace it back. You'll find a moment where you had 5 seconds to act, and you chose hesitation. That relationship you didn't pursue, that business you didn't start, that apology you didn't make, all murdered in 5 seconds of cowardice. But here's the revolution. You can hijack this system. Count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It's not motivation. It's activation. It interrupts the pattern, breaks the paralysis, launches you into action before your comfort-seeking mind can intervene. The Roman legions conquered the known world not because they felt brave, but because they acted despite fear. They had a saying, "Fortune favors the bold," but boldness isn't a feeling, it's action taken within 5 seconds of decision. Tomorrow, you'll face 100 5-second windows. Each one is a doorway to the person you're becoming, or a prison cell keeping you who you've always been. Number 4. Memento mori. Your death is your greatest teacher. The Stoics kept skulls on their desks. They whispered, "Memento mori," remember you must die. Not from morbid fascination, but from liberating clarity. Your mortality isn't a curse, it's your most powerful motivator. Marcus Aurelius, while plague ravaged Rome, wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Feel that. Let it pierce through your comfortable delusions. You're dying. Right now, this second that just passed, you'll never get it back. It's gone, dead, forever. How many summers do you have left? 30, 20, 10. Count them. How many times will you see your parents? If they're still alive and you see them once a month, maybe 200 more times. That's it. How many books will you read? How many sunsets will you watch? The numbers are terrifyingly finite, yet here you are, scrolling through strangers' lives. Binging shows you'll forget next week. Postponing dreams because someday feels safer than today. You're not living. You're dying in slow motion, pretending you have time to waste. I knew someone who was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Know what he said? "I've never been more alive." Because finally, he stopped negotiating with time. Every moment became sacred. Every choice carried weight. Every relationship mattered. The proximity to death didn't paralyze him. It liberated him from the paralysis of false immortality. Here's your assignment. Write your eulogy. Tonight. What would people say about you if you died tomorrow? Would they speak of your potential or your achievements, your dreams or your actions, your excuses or your discipline? The ancient Stoics understood, death isn't waiting at the end of your life. It's walking beside you every moment. Each day you don't pursue your calling is a small death. Each moment you choose comfort over growth is a mini funeral for your potential. Your mortality is a gift. It makes every choice urgent, every moment precious, every action meaningful. When you truly embrace that you're dying, you finally start living. The question isn't whether you'll die, that's certain. The question is whether you'll live before you do. Wake up tomorrow knowing it could be your last day, because one day you'll be right. Number 5. The dichotomy of control. Master this or master nothing. Epictetus, born a slave, discovered the most liberating truth in human history. Some things are within our power, while others are not. This single principle can end 90% of your suffering. Right now, you're bleeding energy trying to control the uncontrollable. Other people's opinions, not your control. The economy, not your control. Your past, not your control. The weather, traffic, your genetics, others' actions, all outside your command. Yet you wage war against these impossibilities daily. exhausting yourself in battles you can never win. But here's what is in your control: your thoughts, your actions, your responses, your effort, your discipline, your choices. That's it. That's your empire. Everything else is foreign territory. Feel this scenario. Someone insults you. Their words, not your control. Your response, completely your control. You lose your job. The loss, not your control. Your next action, entirely your control. Your heart breaks. Their decision, not your control. Your healing, your control. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." An emperor admitting he couldn't control the empire, only himself. Let that humble you. Here's the brutal beauty. When you stop wasting energy on the uncontrollable, you become unstoppable in what you can control. Your discipline becomes unshakable because you're not distracted by external chaos. Your peace becomes unbreakable because you're not dependent on circumstances. Think about your current stress. I guarantee 80% comes from trying to control what you can't. That person who won't change, stop trying. That situation that happened years ago, release it. That uncertainty about tomorrow, let it go. Instead, channel that energy into your controllables. Didn't get the promotion? Control your skill development. Partner left you? Control your healing and growth. World seems insane. Control your contribution to sanity. This isn't passive acceptance, it's strategic focus. It's the difference between pushing a river and swimming with the current. One exhausts you futilely, the other carries you forward powerfully. Starting today, ask yourself before every frustration, is this in my control? If yes, act. If no, accept. This simple filter will transform your life from chaotic reaction to purposeful action. Number 6. The obstacle is the way. Your problems are your power. That thing destroying you right now, that obstacle making you want to quit, it's not your enemy, it's your opportunity. Marcus Aurelius discovered this truth while losing his children, facing betrayal, and fighting plague. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Every champion has a story of disaster that forged their destiny. Michael Jordan, cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah, born into poverty and abuse. Stephen King, whose first novel was rejected 30 times. Their obstacles didn't block their path. They became their path. Your financial struggles, they're teaching you resourcefulness. Your heartbreak, it's developing your emotional resilience. Your failure, it's revealing your weaknesses so you can strengthen them. The Stoics knew gold is purified by fire and humans are purified by trials. Think about muscle growth. It happens when fibers tear and rebuild stronger. Your character works identically. No resistance, no growth, no obstacles, no evolution. Comfort is where potential goes to die slowly. Seneca lost everything: wealth, position, nearly his life. His response? Every new thing excites the mind, but a mind that seeks truth turns from the new and seeks the old truths. The old truth. Adversity is advantage in disguise. Right now, list your 3 biggest problems. Got them? Good. Those aren't problems. They're your curriculum. They're teaching you exactly what you need to learn to reach your next level. Stop running from them. Turn toward them. Study them. Thank them. Your obstacles are not life happening to you. They're life happening for you. The question isn't why me. The question is, what is this teaching me? When you shift from victim to student, obstacles transform from walls to doorways. Number 7. Amor fati. Love your fate, even when it burns. The Stoics had a phrase that sounds insane to modern ears. Amor fati. Love your fate. Not accept it, not tolerate it. Love it, even when it's brutal, especially when it's brutal. Nietzsche, studying the Stoics, wrote, "My formula for greatness is amor fati," that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. This isn't toxic positivity, it's radical responsibility. That childhood trauma? Love it. It gave you depth. That bankruptcy? Love it. It taught you resilience. That betrayal? Love it. It revealed your strength. Not because these things were good, but because hating them chains you to victimhood while loving them liberates you into power. I know someone who was paralyzed in an accident. Know what he said? "This wheelchair gave me perspective I could never have gained standing." He didn't just accept his fate. He embraced it so completely that it transformed from tragedy to teacher. Here's the radical truth. Everything that happened to you was necessary to create who you're becoming. Change one thing and you change everything. Remove one struggle and you remove the strength it built. Your fate isn't random. It's your perfect teacher, customized precisely for your evolution. The universe isn't punishing you, it's preparing you, but only if you stop resisting and start embracing. Marcus Aurelius, watching his son die, wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." He didn't just endure unimaginable loss. He transformed it into wisdom that still guides us 2,000 years later. Today, take your worst memory, your biggest regret, your deepest wound. Say to it, "Thank you. I love you. You made me who I am." Watch how this shifts your entire reality from victim to victor. Number 8. Voluntary hardship. Comfort is killing you softly. Your ancestors fought saber-toothed tigers. You can't handle a cold shower. They hunted for days without food. You panic if DoorDash is late. This isn't evolution, it's devolution. You're becoming softer while life remains hard. The Stoics practiced voluntary hardship. Seneca, one of Rome's richest men, regularly slept on the floor, ate only bread, wore rough clothes. Why? He wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" Comfort isn't your friend. It's a slow poison, weakening your mind, softening your spirit, murdering your potential. Every convenience is secretly stealing your strength. Every comfort is quietly building your prison. Here's your prescription: cold showers daily, fast regularly, sleep on the floor monthly, walk in rain, sit in silence, exercise when exhausted. Do everything your soft mind screams against. Why? Because voluntary hardship builds involuntary strength. When you choose discomfort, life's mandatory discomforts can't break you. When you practice hardship, real hardship becomes manageable. Think about your grandparents. They were tougher with less. They faced real problems without therapy apps and motivational podcasts. They just handled it. Because hardship was their normal, resilience was their default. You're training for a fight that's coming whether you're ready or not. Life will test you, loss will find you, pain will visit. The question is, will you be hardened by choice or broken by circumstance? Tonight, turn off the heat. Tomorrow, skip a meal. This weekend, leave your phone home. Feel the discomfort. Embrace it. Let it forge you into someone who doesn't need comfort to thrive. Number 9. Negative visualization. Lose everything in your mind to appreciate everything in your life. Close your eyes. Picture everyone you love dead. See your home burned, your job gone, your health deteriorated. Feel that loss completely. Let it hollow you out. This isn't pessimism, it's the Stoic practice of negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. Why torture yourself with imagined loss? Because you're sleepwalking through abundance. You're numb to your blessings. You only appreciate health when sick, relationships when they end, opportunities when they vanish. Epictetus taught, when you are going to meet with any person, say to yourself, this person may die today. When you kiss your child, say, tomorrow this child may be dead. Harsh? No, honest. And this honesty transforms gratitude from concept to lived experience. Right now, your partner is aging, your parents are dying, your children are growing away from you. Every second, something precious is slipping away, and you're too distracted to notice. The Stoics understood. Imagining loss doesn't manifest it. It prevents the greater tragedy of taking life for granted. When you visualize your wife leaving, you appreciate her presence. When you imagine bankruptcy, you value your current stability. When you contemplate death, you celebrate life. Here's tonight's assignment. Write goodbye letters to everyone you love, not to send, but to feel. Describe life without them. Feel that void. Then tomorrow, look at them with eyes that have seen their absence. Watch how different they appear. This isn't dark, it's illuminating. It's the difference between unconscious possession and conscious appreciation, between taking for granted and taking in gratitude. Every morning, spend 2 minutes imagining loss. Then, open your eyes to abundance. Your problems will shrink. Your blessings will magnify. Your gratitude will become unshakable because you've already survived the loss in your mind. Number 10. The discipline of perception. Change your story. Change your life. Everything you believe about yourself is a story, and stories can be rewritten, starting now. The Stoics knew reality doesn't upset you, your perception of reality does. Marcus Aurelius wrote, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is perspective, not truth. That failure isn't failure, it's education. That rejection isn't rejection, it's redirection. That breakdown isn't breaking, it's breaking through. You're not always late. You've been late before. You're not bad with money. You're learning financial discipline. You're not unlucky. You're being prepared for something greater. Feel the shift? Same facts, different story, completely different life. Your mind is constantly narrating your experience, but you've let it run on autopilot, usually telling stories of limitation, fear, inadequacy. Time to fire that narrator and hire a new one. Watch your language. I have to becomes I get to. I'm trying becomes I'm doing. It's happening to me becomes it's happening for me. These aren't word games, they're reality shifts. Your words create your world. That person who hurt you, they're not your enemy, they're your teacher. That addiction you're fighting, it's not your weakness, it's revealing your strength. That dream that seems impossible, it's not unrealistic, it's requiring you to become more. Epictetus, the slave who became philosophy's greatest teacher, said, "It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our interpretations of those things." He didn't change his chains, he changed his perception of them, and in doing so, he became freer than his masters. Today, take your biggest problem, Rewrite its story. Find the gift hidden in the curse. See the opportunity disguised as obstacle. This isn't denial, it's disciplined perception. It's choosing interpretations that empower rather than diminish. 10 principles, 10 invitations to transformation. But here's the brutal truth. Knowledge without action is worthless. These principles aren't meant to be consumed. They're meant to be lived. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake up, and in that moment, you'll face a choice that defines everything. Will you be the same person who started this video, or will you be someone who honors what they've learned? The Stoics didn't just think about philosophy, they bled it, breathed it, became it. Marcus Aurelius didn't write meditations for us, he wrote them to himself in battlefield tents during plagues while his world burned. Because discipline isn't built in comfort, it's forged in chaos. You now carry 10 flames of ancient wisdom. Each one can light your way or burn your excuses. The choice, as always, is yours. If this video changed something in you, prove it. Like it. Share it with someone struggling. Subscribe and join our community of modern Stoics. Comment your commitment below. But most importantly, live it. Remember, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius. Your transformation begins with your next choice. Drop your declaration in the comments. Today, I become who I'm meant to be.